Good morning.
Hey, it is now.
No, don't get up. You look so industrious.
How about spending the rest of the day with me and we'll be industrious together, huh?
Thank you. But I promised myself that I would only allow myself one reckless impulse today.
Yeah?
So, let's take advantage of the next 5 minutes.
I was just thinking about you.
You were not. You were busy as a beaver. What are you up to?
Take a look for yourself.
Okay.
Told you I was just thinking about you.
Frank, you're handling the adultery complaint against Dee yourself?
Yep, it's almost finished. Drafted the summons, too. As soon as I get it all typed and served to Dee, my divorce action's officially underway. Hey, you just heard some wonderful news. You're supposed to be real excited.
Of course I'm excited. But I'm also a little stunned. I mean, I didn't know that you were handling your own legal work.
You're not going to tell me I should turn down my very first divorce case, are you?
Okay. But I am going to tell you what they say about a lawyer that represents himself.
That he has a fool for a client. Yeah, I know. But that's why I've got some guy to take over if there gets to be a fight. But this part is routine, and I just couldn't help it. I'm getting such a thrill out of taking the first steps myself.
Yeah, I guess you would. And maybe once Dee sees that summons and the complaint, she'll know that you're serious.
Yeah, she's already got herself a lawyer.
Really?
Which is why I decided to start the ball rolling myself today. This will be given to her lawyer. He'll make a file for the answer, and we'll get into court immediately.
Oh, look, Frank, there could be other complications. You know that. Especially if you're planning to name Roger as correspondent.
I'm not, my darling. I don't mind the idea of embarrassing Roger, but that could also embarrass you. And I don't want any of this to touch you if I can possibly help it.
Oh, Frank, I hope that's possible.
I really think it is. Dee is actually beginning to accept the inevitable, so I have a very strong feeling that all of the agonizing is over with.
Frank, not for your parents. I had a long, sad talk with Maeve last night.
I know just how you feel. I pulled mine out playing football.
Oh, good of you to come by, Father. Tell me, when does it go away?
Just about the time you get used to it.
Oh, dear.
I saw Johnny yesterday. He told me you pulled a ligament. When I stopped and thought about it, I couldn't remember the time when your health's been anything but good. I've been worrying about you ever since.
No, don't. I'm mending fast. Besides, the problem with my back is a small one in proportion to some of the other problems in this family.
Frank? Yes, I have much more serious worries about him myself.
There's Kane.
I am Erica Kane.
And then there's Jane.
I'm Erica Kane.
This week,
You have no life, so you had to steal mine?
it's not just who finds out first.
My God, you're a fake.
It's what he plans to do about it. Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista Blonde one, Original Blonde one, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold the Goddess, the Divine one, Bad Blonde one, the Demented one, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
The heroes of Cars 2 have teamed up with Nestle Juicy Juice. Join our spy school and go on juicy missions with all your favorite friends. Collect all 9 Juicy Juice limited edition boxes. Cars 2, only in theaters.
The anti-seizure drugs Topamax and Depakote, several commonly prescribed painkillers, and antidepressants such as Paxil, Zoloft, and Prozac have all been linked to birth defects. If you had a baby born with a birth defect after taking any of the drugs listed on screen while pregnant, you may be entitled to money damages. Call James Rosehouse and Associates at 1-800-660-3213. The fertility drug Clomid is also linked to birth defects. Call 1-800-660-3213. That's 1-800-660-3213.
Snickers ice cream, Snickers ice cream, Snickers ice cream, Snickers ice cream.
Snickers ice cream. It's what your taste buds want.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No one can tell you where a first date will lead.
We're like the only people here.
Yeah. Going to dance?
But Match.com has led to more dates, more relationships, and more marriages than any other site. Start for free today.
I'm Adam from Colorado. I lost 35 pounds.
I'm Allison from Texas. I lost 40 pounds.
I highly recommend Hydroxycut. The key ingredients are clinically proven to help people lose more weight.
Hydroxycut and Hydroxycut Max. Lose weight. Start now.
Even in extreme conditions, nobody wants to wear a greasy mosquito spray. Try new Off Deep Woods Dry Repellent. The same proven protection of Off Deep Woods, but with a formula that feels dry, not oily or greasy like ordinary long-lasting repellents. Take comfort to the extreme. New Off Deep Woods Dry keeps bugs off.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Father, did you know that Frank's going ahead with the divorce?
When I didn't hear from him again, I assumed his mind was made up.
I asked him to wait to talk with you, but he's having none of it. It happened that morning after the rally when that newspaper story came out.
I saw it. I felt terrible for all of you.
Something got into him that morning. He walked in here smiling at Charlie Ferris, as if he didn't even care that he wasn't going to Washington and Congress. Oh, his head was full of plans, one of which was to divorce Delia right away. That was the morning my back gave out.
What about Delia?
One minute she pleads with me to get Frank to take her back. The next minute I hear she's hired a lawyer. Father, Frank says he plans to marry Jill Coleridge when the divorce comes through. I think of it 1,000 times a day. I pray that he'll never do it.
That's the worst part for you, isn't it?
It's the worst part for Frank. Am I silly and old-fashioned to not want my son to cut himself off from his church?
No, I feel the same way.
Oh, Father. It's one thing to break the commandments. I mean, Lord knows we all fall from grace often enough, but it's a different and terrible thing to be excommunicated. Do you really think that Frank would give up his religion for Jill?
He fell in love with her and had a prolonged affair with her while he was married to Delia. It is my impression that he did without the church during those years.
But, Father, to do without it for the rest of his life?
He's thinking about next month, maybe even the next 10 years, but not about the rest of his life.
Then you're really convinced that he will go through with this marriage?
Yes. I am convinced that is the reason he is getting the divorce. I'm sorry.
I don't understand it. If Frank marries Jill, the plain and simple truth of it is that I love him same as ever. How can God's love for him really change?
Frank, Maeve won't accept our marriage.
Did she say that?
Not quite. But she told me about your family's religious beliefs, the attitudes that have been handed down to you.
Well, Mom's a letter of the law Catholic. I'm not.
Frank, you won't be any kind of Catholic at all if you marry me. You'll be out of the church entirely. Oh, Frank, that has to trouble you. Okay, maybe not as much as it would trouble Maeve. But you can't take it as casually as you seem to.
Oh, I don't take it casually at all, Jill. You can believe that. It bothers me quite a bit, but I'm trying to make my choices in the best and most honest way I know how. May I tell you one thing else that's bothering me, though?
Sure.
Well, it's hard to say, but it occasionally feels to me as if you find problems to come between us.
Look, I am just trying to be realistic.
I can't tell you how much I hope that's all it is, but think about it for a minute. Last year, you stayed away from me because of my marriage.
And because of your son.
Yes, but after that, it was the campaign that kept us apart. And now you're telling me that my marriage is in the way. Jill, I love you. I want to be with you always, but I'm also beginning to wonder about all these obstacles. Can you tell me what's going on?
There's coffee left. Would you like some?
No, thanks. I want to leave early so I can stop and see Mother.
Tell her I hope she's feeling better.
I will. Well, I'm on my way. Have a good day.
You too. Mary?
Hmm?
Could we please stop this?
I thought we were doing pretty well under the circumstances.
What we were doing is acting like polite strangers, and I hate it.
Yeah, so do I.
I also hated sleeping with my back to you and waking up miserable this morning. Let's not fight anymore. Come on, Mayor. I want to be friends. Hey, that's better.
Not all better.
Then I'll make it all better.
Jack, I love you and I want to be friends too. But we still have this disagreement about something that's terribly important to me.
Kids.
I just can't accept the idea that we'll never have children.
Did I say never, did I?
No children ever. I believe those were your words.
I was mad, Mary. Now, you can't hold me to everything I say when we're yelling at each other.
Then you didn't mean it? You meant it.
Okay, so we don't agree now, but we might at some time, huh? Do you have to settle everything this morning? Look, let's just lay aside the question of babies for a while, huh? In time, a year, 2 years, I don't know. We might agree. But at the moment, I mean, we got enough problems without worrying about possible children sometime, somewhere in the future. Now, you know I'm making sense.
Part of me does. But there's another part that's just afraid you're avoiding the issue. And you'll go on avoiding it forever if I let it drop now.
Okay. I'll face the issue squarely. You want a baby? I mean, you want to get pregnant sometime this week?
No, not that soon.
This month?
I don't think so, Jack.
Well, then we're in agreement for a month, and we'll face the issue again in 30 days. In the meantime, I'd appreciate it if you dropped both subjects, children and annulment.
I mentioned the word annulment exactly once, and I explained that it was not meant as a threat.
Well, it sounded like a threat, and it felt like a threat, and Hello. Yeah, Jeff. Nothing I like better than praise. No kidding. I'd love to. Washington, sure. Well, how could I possibly say no to an arrangement like that? Terrific. Well, yeah, I'll talk to you in a little while. Thank you.
I know that was your editor. Now, for heaven's sake, tell me the rest.
Well,
Jack,
it seems that the story I just broke my neck to finish is a smashing success.
Oh, no!
They're so excited about the labor movement past and the labor movement present that they want me to do a follow-up story on what the future holds for unions, and they want it for the Sunday magazine section.
Oh, honey, that's marvelous.
We go to Washington for the research. Paper pays for everything. I mean, we'll be there 2 days, maybe more, Mary, and I won't have to spend all my time in the Library of Congress,
Oh,
huh?
I'd love to go.
Listen, we can fly out on the shuttle first thing in the morning. We'll rent a car. Hey, that might be fun. Drive down.
Honey, I gotta be at work every day this week.
Well, you, take short leave.
Honey, I already took a day off to take care of little John. The honeymoon used up most of my vacation. I really can't ask for more.
Sure you can. Hey, we need this. Change the scene. Some time together, nobody bothering us. You tell Channel R that you gotta go.
This week.
He's not dead. He's alive. Our lives, as we know it, is over.
Now.
I have a daughter, Star. Where was my wife?
After 8 long years, the original Todd Manning escapes, and he's ready to take his life back. Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
If you are a diabetic and currently trying to lose weight, please stay tuned to this important message. A market trial offer is starting now for a revolutionary breakthrough in weight loss called glucosilin, and you are eligible to try it free for 30 days. We are looking for callers to receive a free trial, so call immediately 1-800-620-3352. If the line is busy, please keep trying. Clinical studies of the key ingredient in glucosilin have shown this ingredient to be effective in accelerating weight loss. What's even more impressive is that it also supports healthy blood sugar metabolism at the same time. And now this new formula is being released to the general public, and you're eligible to try glucosilin right now for 30 days. Finally, clinically proven weight loss and healthy blood sugar metabolism in one pill. Call immediately to find out how to receive your free 30-day trial. 1-800-620-3352. 1-800-620-3352. If the line is busy, please keep trying.
Taylor loves EJ.
I can't get you out of my heart.
But so does Nicole.
You act like we're soulmates in love.
And if she can't be with him,
Get out of Salem or EJ goes to jail.
she'll see to it no one can. Watch Days of Our Lives weeknights at 6 and 11 on SoapNet.
Being a mother can be very rewarding.
Motherhood changes everything.
I fully believe in mother's intuition.
I know when my baby just needs some mother love.
One step at a time. That's what parenthood is, and motherhood especially.
The View, weekdays only on ABC.
Honey, I want to go with you, but I don't really have to, right?
Well, I'm not gonna force you, if that's what you mean.
What I mean is we can survive a couple of days without each other if it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, but it isn't. I mean, you can get a leave if you really try. I mean, go in there today and lay it on the line. Tell them you'll be gone for 2 days. They can either like it or lump it. I mean, what are they gonna do, fire you?
No, but
Well, okay, so then what's the problem?
I've taken on certain responsibilities. I can't just drop them because I want to go out and have a good time. Honey, I got the news show. I have 2 interviews. I have all the election preview stuff. That's my commitment this week. I'm stuck with it. I'm sorry.
Don't you have a previous commitment? To me?
I don't know. Do I? You're my husband. I love you very much. But I never agreed to follow you to the ends of the earth. Oh, honey, we had this conversation on our honeymoon. We decided that if our jobs ever caused a conflict, we'd compromise. Don't you remember?
Yeah. All right. How about this? You go in and ask for the time off. Now, if they give you a firm no, well, I'll try to understand, but I'll bet you they give in.
Sweetie, you know very well I'm pretty much my own boss. Organize my own time, set most of my own deadlines.
So you're the only one who give yourself permission to go to Washington, D.C. Only you just won't do it, huh?
Oh, I wish you wouldn't twist things around that way. I have a job to do, love. You've got a job. But since we can't get together on this trip, why don't we plan something special for the weekend? Drive out to the country, maybe, and stay overnight.
Without an expense account.
So we splurge. Oh, Jack, love.
Yeah, well, it would have been so nice. It was a perfect chance to get back the 2 days of our honeymoon that we had to give up.
Dear heavens, those 2 sacred days again. When are you going to forgive me for cutting our honeymoon a little bit short because I needed to help out with a family emergency,
Family emergency, right. You have some kind of psychic dream and all our plans go, boom, out the window so you can fly back to your brother's side, right. Well, if Frank Ryan were in trouble in Washington, you take 2 days, you take a month. At the hell with Channel R. No, forget it. Forget it, I'll go myself.
The laundry's out, but you won't need much for 2 days.
Might be 3. I don't know.
Hope you give me a call when you know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
See you tonight, huh?
I guess. So long.
Yeah.
Next, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Later, see who's stirring up trouble in Pine Valley on All My Children, only on SoapNet. We asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde One, Original Blonde One, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold, the Goddess, the Divine One, Bad Blonde One, the Demented One, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.
Hey, buddy, what are you looking at? Oh, ooh.
Minnie, meet berries. Introducing new Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats with a touch of fruit in the middle.
Hello, fruit in the middle.
The new Food Saver Game Saver vacuum sealing system keeps food fresh up to 5 times longer. With its rugged design and improved power, the Food Saver Game Saver machine is tough enough for any job, and its 15-foot 12-volt adapter cord allows for easy use in the field. So this Father's Day, end the hunt for the perfect gift. Give him a new Food Saver Game Saver Silver Vacuum Sealer. And for a limited time, receive a $25 gift card at a participating sporting goods retailer. Visit GameSaverGift.com to learn more.
I'm Joanna from Texas. I lost 34 pounds with Hydroxycut. I've never looked better.
I am Matt from Colorado. I lost 54 pounds. Hydroxycut really works.
Hydroxycut and Hydroxycut Max. Lose weight. Start now.
Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
Just stay a little while longer.
I'll see you again.
Dixie returns to Pine Valley. Watch All My Children weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet. This week.
He's not dead. He's alive. Our lives, if we know it, is over.
Now.
I have a daughter. Star. Where was my wife?
After 8 long years, the original Todd Manning escapes, and he's ready to take his life back. Watch One Life to Live weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
maybe I need to find reasons why we can't stay together?
I'm just asking, my darling, because you keep doing it.
Well, I find that pretty hard to believe. I mean, that I would want to stay lonesome and unhappy. Sounds pretty neurotic, doesn't it?
Yeah, but take it from me, my experience so far with one certified neurotic tells me that you just don't fall into that category.
Frank. But you're right. You see, there is something going on. Really. Oh, Frank, I feel guilty. Really guilty.
Because of the talk you had with Mom?
Oh, not entirely. Oh, look, she made me see that it would hurt her and Johnny and you by taking you away from your religion, but it's more than that. I feel guilty about the whole situation. Frank, I fell in love with a married man. I'm breaking up your home. I am taking you away from your wife, your child, disrupting the lives of so many people. And all the people that wanted to see you as a happily married congressman. You know, basically, I think that I'm a really good person. How could I cause all this trouble?
I have no idea. I guess you're just a fallen angel, huh? Oh, my darling, after all the sacrificing you've done in trying to protect me and by staying away, I can't imagine where all this guilt comes from.
But, Frank, it's there.
May I please say a few words in your defense?
It's nothing that I haven't heard before. I know it.
Well, maybe you just haven't been listening very closely, that's all. Because the fact is, my marriage was over long before we even met, Jill. And I have no doubt that the best possible thing that could happen for my son is a home with you and me. And that the best thing for Delia would be to learn that when she stands on her own 2 feet, people will still pay attention to her. As for God, I can't make peace with him until I'm at peace with myself. And I know that my parents will understand this someday.
You know what? I still think about the campaign, though. I know you were gonna win, Frank.
Oh, my dearest love, I never could have won with Delia at my side. She made the scandal. I'm sorry, but you just can't take credit for that. There is one thing, though, that you have done.
What?
You've loved me. I've felt it every day for 4 years. And it's the only reason I've kept my head on straight. You, beginning to like yourself a little bit better now?
You know, you always did have a way with words. But, Frank, you know, I feel like you've lost everything. I feel like the only thing you have left is me. And that's pretty wonderful for both of us. But, you know, I keep thinking, when things settle down, I mean, how you'll feel, say 10 years from now.
10 years from now?
Yeah.
I'll probably still be wondering why you're always looking for problems to come between us. I don't know about 10 years from now. But right this very minute, I've never been more sure that we belong together. I love you.
Frank, I love you.
I have to live with you. I've got to marry you.
That's right.
And I'm going to, right now, do the best way I know to make that happen. Hello, this is Frank Ryan for Bill, please. Thank you. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Listen, I've got a petition for divorce here that I'd like to serve on somebody. Could you send a man over late this afternoon? Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye. You heard?
Oh, I heard.
Maybe now you'll know. There ain't no amount of obstacles you're gonna dig up that are gonna keep us apart. Let's face it, I'm gonna marry you.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.